Hey guys, Mikey B. It is 3:07 p.m. on December 12th, the Monday of 2011. Here we are, beautiful day. We had IDI last night. It was amazing. Just want to say thanks to everybody who came by. Today we're here to talk about win-win relationships and how you can create win-win relationships with everything. So what I feel is that life equals relationships. So every single relationship that you have can either give value or take value. All of it is in your control. But the first step is taking full accountability to those relationships. When you start saying, okay, I don't like my car, or I don't like my room, or whatever it is, the only reason you don't like it is because it's not giving you value. It's taking value from you. And in turn, that's actually a relationship that is fully in your control, but you have to fix it yourself. For instance, in your room, I have a win-win relationship with my room. Why? I make my bed every day. I fold all of my clothes. I don't have anything laying around. Everything's hung up. Everything's organized. I have systems built so that in the morning, when I do my hair, yes, I do my hair, I actually do it in a way that is organized. So I pull everything out that I need and then I put it all back. And it's not like there's a ton of stuff, but essentially the point that I'm trying to get across is that win-win relationship is available pretty much anywhere. You can do win-wins with anything. And that's one thing I feel that is going to change the world. So if you take a couple steps back and you think, okay, how is my relationship with the earth, for instance? Do I throw garbage out on the road, or do I keep it and throw it into a garbage bin, so where the garbage can actually be properly disposed of? Do I recycle as often as I should, right? Do I shower every day? Do I wash behind my ears? Little things, you know what I mean? And what I've also felt is that the day before, I was extremely drained. I was almost on the verge of being unhappy, which is very rare for me because usually I feel great. I'm always happy. I'm always ready to go. I'm always feeling the love. But there's a balance, and I feel that this balance is treating yourself like a different person. If you're building a relationship with somebody, you just have to give them value, right? And just give them time to return that value. And you guys will just grow up together. But if you don't develop a good relationship with yourself, where you're actually building rapport with yourself, for instance, a good example is I have a lot to do. I'm extremely busy. But I do make the best of it at all times. One thing I end up forgetting a lot of the time is the relationship with myself. So what I'll do is, if I have a lot of work to do, and I'm going to sit down and just hammer out the work, what I do is I'll wake up and I'll make myself breakfast, and I'll make myself coffee, and I'll watch a Mixer G interview, and just kind of get the juices flowing for the day. And I've given myself a ton of value. I used to just grab a bowl of cereal and go to work. But I feel better when I've put time and energy into creating something in order for me to actually get some value out of it. And it's funny because you would think, okay, I'm making eggs and toast, but I'll change the spices, I'll throw on some vegetables, and I'll just do a little bit. And it allows me to be creative with the ways that I give myself value. So for instance, one of the ways that you can watch this balance is every single day, make sure you do something for yourself and know that it's for yourself. Another thing is I don't have time to go to the gym right now. Which kind of sucks, but it is the way it is. And I had a conversation with Jamie about setting some goals, whereas my health was good, but it wasn't as good as it should be, or can be. So what we proposed was just doing some push-ups. So now every week, 4 days a week, I'm doing push-ups. And that's just another way that I'm holding myself accountable to just, on every single front, just growing, just leveling myself up. And just taking myself more seriously and more to the next level. Because the more serious I take myself, the more I'm actually able to express that and show other people. Because the minute you tell somebody to do something, to yo dude, create a win-win for yourself, they're probably not really going to appreciate it. Because you're almost telling them what to do. But if you can do it yourself and show how it's actually brought your life value, That's like the best way to explain it, because then that person will actually show you the way that they can do it for themselves, or how they already are doing it for themselves, but in their own way, so that it's genuine. It comes across very authentic, and you don't have to worry about, like, is the content good or bad, right? Which is just creating another win-win, right? You're actually using your win-win relationship with yourself to create win-win relationships with other people. And I feel that if your relationship with somebody is not win-win, whereas like on some levels either you're taking value or they're taking value or whatever, you need to understand that that's within your power to change. But it's up to you whether you do it or not. Now, all you do is apply social dynamics. Just give that person value and don't expect anything in return. But you also want to be training yourself to be aware of what that person values. Because if you don't have that awareness of what that person values, the value you give could actually be taking away from that person rather than giving, which is kind of like, the intent is a good thing. It's kind of like saying it was the idea that counted or the thought that counted. But if it's taking away from them more than giving, if you just didn't apply the thought, you're actually taking away. Even though the thought was good, if you didn't take time to actually think about it, then you're taking away. So that's basically win-wins. And I feel that like you want to start thinking about your life in terms of what your relationships are and where they're at. Are you developing a win-win relationship with everything? And that in turn is actually going to create a lot of love and a lot of like happiness within your own life. Just creating win-wins. So make sure you subscribe to the Lifestyle website as well. Comment on here. What I want you to comment on is bring up maybe a relationship that is good but is not a win-win, and maybe like I'll help you solve it. And just throw those ideas down and just allow those ideas to grow. Anyways, love you. Have a great day.